All right, folks, I am back with another dish of information that I received over the weekend. While I was doing some editing to my video for the WWE mismanagement, and this is some juicy stuff that, quite honestly, it just keeps making me laugh more and more because of how many people say that TNA Impact was so mismanaged and all this stuff. But reading this information, you understand why I'm laughing. Okay, so reportedly from sources I looked up online, the Saudi Arabia family, quote unquote, didn't pay the WWE for their latest event before the Crown Jewel, whatever they call this one, between their event and the 30th of October. So it was pretty recently. So they didn't pay in between there. Which it's kind of curious for me because they're sitting on so much money right now that they should be paying that months in advance. So why are they waiting at the last minute to pay? Which is kind of funny because Saudi Arabia, the only thing they're known for is oil. And once that oil runs out, baby, guess what? You don't got no money. You got no leverage. And the WWE has, 8 more years on this contract? So, congratulations, WWE. You just screwed yourself. I'm going to get deeper into this conversation. Most information I got this from is Cultaholic. Even though those guys are shields for WWE, they entertain me from time to time. So, let's get into this. The Saudi Arabia people, they didn't pay them. I already told you that. Reportedly, from what the video says and what other sources are saying, is that the WWE is pressuring their wrestlers to take pictures of planes, of airport or whatever to justify their reason of not helping the wrestlers get out of there due to faulty airplane engine problems, quote unquote. Which, mind you, if you listen to this and you fly planes, you would think just booking for another plane. I would think the same thing too, but for some reason the WWE didn't do that. Now they got a shitload of talent in that country. They got $1 billion. So, quote unquote. You mean to tell me you couldn't get the next plane? You couldn't buy all those tickets to that plane for your stars, for the crew, and send them home. Send them to New York, then from New York have them book their planes to wherever they're going. So you mean to tell me you're fine with leaving early because Vince left early. Brock, Hogan, Flair, Jimmy Hart, who was with Hogan, Brock Lesnar, Tyson Fury, and a few others. They left early on their private jets, while the rest of the talent sat in the airport. Think about that. The WWE, the biggest company in the world, the biggest wrestling company in the world, the biggest promotion in the world, couldn't bother to spend over $500,000 or so or more on getting tickets for their wrestlers so they can get home, not taking into account that the Middle East is not where you really want to be right now with all the fighting and stuff going on. And guess what? If one of those wrestlers get injured or hurt due to the crossfire between rebels and Saudi Arabia, guess what? WWE has a lawsuit on their hands because the wrestler can turn around and sue the WWE because they put their health in danger. And there's nothing WWE can do or swing the way out of it because WWE knows what they're doing. They intentionally signed that contract, even though they knew what was going on in that country. So, if you want to go to WWE Future Wrestlers, just be careful because WWE is nothing but a crooked a-hole company. They take money, blood money, pretty much. WWE wrestlers, for the most part, which I'm happy for some of them, even though I still don't want them in the company, but that's a different thing for a different story. They're not buying the bullshit. They're not buying any of it because the whole show was taped on a 45-minute delay. Now, there has to be something really going on to have something to be on delay for 45 minutes. Usually there's like a 5-second, maybe a minute delay. So if some kind of incident happened in the TV studio, people can just cut away as soon as they can. But 45 minutes, really, 45 minutes delay. What's really going on? Because they're not going to tell you. Something's up. And with them not getting paid on time, from what I'm hearing, Vince is probably furious between that and that whole issue. This is a whole PR disaster right here. That if you ever wanted one, and it just don't. Something just don't seem right. What's going on with this? Wrestlers are just they live it, man. The ones who are there every day, every night, injured or not, out there all the time, even doing live house shows, they're upset. There's wrestlers from what I'm hearing and reading through these sources saying they cannot wait until their contracts are up. Now, that tells you how bad of a company is if the wrestlers or employees are saying, no, when my contract is up, I'm out. I'm not going to even resign. I'm out. If I'm a lawyer, I'm a high professional lawyer, I would take this case up with all these wrestlers and say, you know what? The WWE put these people in the harm's way. They went to the Middle East knowing it's a danger zone there. And then instead of getting these people on a new plane back home to the United States or wherever they live in the world, they left them in Saudi Arabia. Even though they had tons of private jets for various people that can easily take them back to wherever they live. That's endangerment right there. So California did the right thing passing that law now. That so when WWE comes into California, they gonna have to pay the wrestlers the right amount and pay for health insurance. But you know WWE, they gonna find a way around it and not go to California, which is one of the bread and butters. But watch, they're gonna suffer for it, and it's very telling too, because Vince wasn't with SmackDown. Kevin Dunn wasn't with SmackDown. None of them was with SmackDown, which the ratings went up because of the NXT stars. So you know it's Vince, which people been saying for weeks, months, years. Vince is the problem. Vince is OC now. Vince is the old white man complex who believe they can do nothing wrong. Everything I touch, everything I do is perfect. Not taking consideration that you're out of touch. You don't know what's going on in the world. You got an old mindset that's so far dated backwards, you might as well be in the slavery era. So I'm not just speaking for just Vince, because this goes on in a lot of corporations. We got old white men in charge thinking they know what's going on in the new world, and they don't. Vince needs to go. He needs to worry about the FXL, whatever. Stay home. Stay away from the product. Do nothing with the product, because Vince is the only detrimental to his own company. I never saw Steve Jobs do this. I never seen Steve Ballmer. I never seen Bill Gates. I never seen Jeff Bezos. None of these men were that hands-on with their company that they couldn't make money. And they hurt themselves. All those companies, they make money. WWE is the only one in that whole related conversation that lose stock, gain stock, lose stock on a daily basis. I would not be surprised if WWE lose like 1 million or so stock rates, whatever. See it crash, whatever. Whatever it takes, send it crashing. Because this is pretty stupid. It's just dumb. People ragged on Impact because Impact wasn't paying the stars. Impact is bankrupt. Impact is this. You know what? I'd rather have Impact Wrestling on the Dixie card, like I said every other time in my videos, than the WWE, because stuff like this, that's how you kill your company. That's how you lose morale in your company. That's how your company goes in the gutter, because WWE is the textbook example since 2017 how to not run a company. They signed a deal with Fox, which Fox is like, oh, I lucked out on this because I know that you can't have like a 3-point whatever rating every week. So if they keep having if the ratings keep going down, and if it even touches 1.9, if I'm Fox, I'm like, no, I'm canceling this deal. It's done. Bye. Then that leaves SmackDown without a home. That means SmackDown is not going to contribute to bringing in revenue, which means that's going to be a heavy burden. Because right now, NXT is, I think, like over $100 million in debt. And that's not also counting the Performance Center. So if Fox canceled this contract with SmackDown, think of how much money wrestlers on there are making, plus the crew, plus the catering, plus what it takes to set up the stuff. All of that stuff could easily kill the company right there. People say it's a $1 billion company. Yeah, but losing a TV deal for one of your big brands will send that billions down to millions. And right now, WWE cannot afford to do that because they got so much talent that they like to hoard away from other promotions, saying, oh, we're going to get all this talent so nobody else can use them. Look what's going on. You killing your own stupid company, doing stupid things. We're going to rate all these promotions back in the 80s, back in the 70s, back in the 60s. Now, we're going to keep doing this in the 2010s. But wait, we're losing money. Why? How are we losing money? Because you're rating these places, you're not using the talent, people see through the BS, and your company is losing ratings on all your shows. Raw is up and down all the time. SmackDown, that's going to kill the company right there. NXT was perfectly doing fine on the network. Now it's just And people are like, oh, Impact is dying. Impact is dying. You know what? Impact is not dying. Impact was never close to dying. Yeah, it was in debt and stuff, but it kept coming back because of the willpower. People kept showing up knowing they're going to get paid sooner or later. And when they did get paid, guess what? They still put on good shows. And they didn't have nothing scripted. Wrestlers went out there and did their own thing. Whereas in WWE, everything's scripted. You can't probably go to the bathroom without them scripting. Oh, you got to wipe this hand, not that hand. Stuff like that. So while people are ragging on Impact, just look at the WWE. Impact was in debt, several years? WWE, they in debt because all companies are in debt somehow, some way. But they're showing they're a sinking ship. Now people can say they got money though. Yeah, but that money's not gonna last long with what they're doing. Signing all this talent, having terrible ratings, and it ain't gonna last long. WWE is what they want, what they killed in the early 2000s. They're WCW. Only thing is, their fans are too stupid not to realize that. And just, I'm relieved that some of the wrestlers are like, you know what? I'm not re-signing with this company. They gave the Revival a good excuse why not to sign with the company. Resign. Oh, they can't book worth look. And they're getting stranded in Saudi Arabia, in the Middle East. No. I want to go somewhere where I'm safe and getting paid on time from these shows. And From what I mean, I think I already covered this in one of my other episodes. NXT people, they're not getting the pay raise even though they're on the USA Network. So that's another reason right there you wouldn't want to sign. You just got a new network, you're supposed to get paid. Whereas Impact people, they got a little bonus right there. So I don't care who it is. If you're a wrestler, or if you a commentator, whatever. If you go to the WWE knowing all this news and then you sitting there catering or whatever, not doing anything, who's really the big jerk right there? Now, somebody who's in the same boat as you, but they're with Impact, they're with New Japan, AAA, and these other companies. They're making money, not as much as you are, but they're actually doing something, whereas you're just sitting around. Tell me, who's the biggest joke then? It's not going to be them, because they're actually using their craft, using their skills, doing work, right? You're just sitting around waiting. So, continue being a WWE fan. If you're a WWE fan, listen to this. Continue being one of the sheeps, because you can't keep defending them when stuff like this happen. And I see plenty of WWE fans, quote unquote, defending the company, yet they're still watching it. They're mad at the company and they're still watching it. It's like you're the epitome of stupid. Oh, I'm going to cancel the network. Oh, I'm not going to watch next week. And guess what happens? You watch next week. Not me. See, I haven't touched on this. I stopped watching WWE during SummerSlam 2013, 2014, whenever Daniel Bryan won the championship and AAA screwed him. That point on, I stopped watching WWE. I might listen to the news, watch the news about WWE stuff, or listen to podcasts about WWE. I don't watch none of the product. I buy the video games every now and then because I like to do fantasy booking and create my own wrestlers and do better than the WWE on video games. But I don't watch the product. Most of you who probably listen to this, probably not, probably still watch the product and still going to support them, even though they pretty much just said F you to their own roster. This is the biggest F you can give to a roster. Oh, I'm going to sign you from competing in this company or that company. Just work for me, but you're not an employee. You're an independent contractor. We're gonna go to this place where women don't have rights. We're gonna put on a stupid show, even though we didn't get paid for months. Then I'm going to leave doing the show in my private jet and not even worry about you. If that's not the biggest F you to my own employees, I don't know what is. And anyone that's defending, oh, but that's Vince, that's how business is. No, it's not. Vince don't care about his company. Vince don't care about his employees. All they are to him is just cash grab. And I'm pretty sure either Triple H or somebody else in the company are signing these wrestlers, and Vince don't care about none of them. Tell me, have you ever worked for somebody that didn't know who you are or what your position is in the company? And if they didn't, how did that make you feel? Because that's what Vince is doing. People saying, "Oh, Vince know the wrestlers, blah blah blah." No, he doesn't. He only know a handful of people that been there for a long time. He don't know the vendor from the janitor. And people can say Eric Bischoff didn't know the time, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Eric Bischoff had a reason not to. Because he was sitting at home in Montana doing a podcast, collecting money from all his business ventures. He uplifted his family from Montana to go to live in Connecticut to be closer to WWE. Then they fired him 4 months later. And now he's moving back to Montana. Now, if I was Eric, I would have kept my Montana ranch because I knew WWE isn't worth shit nowadays. But people keep defending the company like it's the end all be all with stuff like this going on. So while you want to rag on Impact, rag on AAA, New Japan, Ring of Honor, and these other companies, because it's not big as the WWE, All Elite is the competitor, just remember one thing. At least those wrestlers get paid on time and they get to work multiple promotions, whether in one company or many other companies. Whereas people in WWE only work for one promotion. And most of those wrestlers are sitting catering or sitting at home. Now tell me, will you really want to work for a company like that where you want to work just get this money, get this spotlight, blah, 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 and you can't build a legacy for yourself? Where you got to play hot potato with a title, where you're not going to even know if I'm going to be a champion for a long time. So when all you fickle WWE fans are like, you should come to WWE, you be a world champion. Just remember one thing, WWE don't care about what you want. WWE don't care about what you need. WWE care about your fantasy with your heart on for a wrestler. They're going to book whoever they want to book. And if your favorite wrestlers don't get a title reign like 10 years working for that company or whatever amount, guess what? That wrestler's now a star. He's just there collecting the paycheck. So people can say you can rile on me for whatever reason. Guess what? I don't care. Like I tell people every day now, I'm gonna be hard on Impact. I'm gonna be hard on AEW and WWE because those are the big two jokers in this whole wrestling industry, whereas everybody else is minding their own business. None of these other promotions are having their fans going on other people's promotions, Instagram, social media, saying, "Oh, this company's dead," blah blah blah. "Oh, this company need this and that," blah blah blah. They need to team with the Elite. No, they don't. All these other promotions are minding their own damn business. But that's a different story for a different time. So if you don't like this, I don't care. If you tweet this out, share this with people, cool. If you want to chastise or insult me, guess what? It ain't going to happen to me. It's not going to even faze me. Because most UWE fans I don't even see your comments. I don't even see your notifications on Twitter because I only get notifications from people I follow on Twitter. So if you want to chastise me thinking I'm going to read it, ho, 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 no. I don't read them because I don't get them. So continue watching WWE and how stupid and how mismanaged the whole company is. Continue watching AEW where the people are talking about we're going to kill the Attitude Era, yet they're doing the same thing as the Attitude Era. I'm going to continue watching I'm going to continue watching AAA, New Japan, Impact Wrestling, sometimes Progress, Shine, Shimmer, Rise, Stardom. All these other promotions that entertain me and don't play with my brain like the WWE and AEW is. So continue being a sheep for those two companies. I'm going to be a fan for real wrestling. So you know what the issue is. You know what the deal is. This is Blastbox TV. Stay out of the blast radius. You might just get burned.